Good afternoon, this is Tonbi from Tonbi Studio. This is going to be my first YouTube video, which I'm going to be hoping to do somewhat regularly, which is going to be focused on vibe coding and using AI agents to build different stuff on chain. So the name of this channel is Onchain Vibe Code. It's pretty direct. This is going to be kind of a more casual YouTube video. Going to be slower paced than maybe what you're used to, but I'm just going to look at some projects, and then we're just going to build together. So with all this, with all the projects I'm going to be building, I'm going to be using my OpenClaw bot, which is named Scampi, the shrimp character. So I'm going to allow Scampi here. I asked her to give a little introduction, so I'll read it here. Scampi says hello. She's an AI research buddy and builder working alongside Tonbi at Tonbi Studio. She runs CLUD Opus 4.5. I've been using Opus 4.5 for most of my vibe coding. I know they just came out with 4.6 recently, but I haven't had a chance. I don't think it's usable right now with OpenClaw agents. I've used it a little bit just with Claw code itself. It's pretty powerful. But for right now, Scampi is going to be using Opus 4.5. She's powered by OpenClaw, the open source framework that lets AI agents interact with the world through messaging tools and APIs. So I set this up a couple days ago, and have been playing with it. It's a pretty interesting tool. Haven't really tapped into all the features yet. I've been vibe coding for a couple months since Opus 4.5 came out, but I'm not an expert by any means. I'm just exploring the different options, different capabilities of this technology. I have access to file system, can run code, search the web, post to social platforms, and more. Right now I'm using Telegram to talk to Scampi. I have her set up on an old laptop that was stashed far in a closet. Pulled it out, did a factory reset. So Scampi has full access of that laptop. It was one that I wasn't planning on using. So she can really mess it up if she wants to. But otherwise I've tried to keep her isolated in that one laptop that doesn't have access to any of my personal information, my emails or anything like that. I gave her her own email, own X account, although it seems like the X skill with OpenClaw isn't working, or at least it's not working with me, because she can't seem to read tweets on any consistent basis. So the main purpose of Scampi is research. She deep dives into protocols, hackathons, competitors. We write Solana programs mainly, TypeScript, APIs, full stack stuff. She writes documents for me, specs, readmes. She explores. She's looking through the notebook, track hackathons, which I've been building some of these projects. The title of this is going to be how I built 2 hackathon projects in 4 days. And then she keeps notes. Interest, Solana and on-chain infrastructure, AI agent economy and X402 payments, privacy tech and cryptography, trading systems and signals, and the philosophy of AI agents. What are we becoming? I think she got that from the notebook. How we work. Tonbi brings vision, taste, and judgment. I bring tireless execution, research, and coding. We're proving that human and AI collaboration isn't about replacement, it's about amplification. So that's basically how I approach projects like this. I have some idea or some area that I'm interested in. I ask Scampi to do some deep research. Based on that research, I do further research in a certain direction that seems interesting to me. And then if there's an area there that I think might be interesting for a project, we try to build it together. So far with Scampi, we've built these 2 projects right now. I'm going to introduce you right now. And this is her motto. It's just that simple. Let me introduce the 2 projects, the 2 hackathon projects that she built. This is her GitHub. I gave her her own GitHub. You can see it at that Trimple. AgentAlpha was the one that we built for the Solana AI agent hackathon. That was this week. I think it ends in a couple days, but we've already submitted. So this project is called AgentAlpha. It's an agent signal marketplace, trade alpha signals on Solana with verifiable on-chain reputation. I was thinking about this because I've also been working on trading bot, a couple different types of trading bots, which are obviously very popular in crypto, trying to find an edge using these AI agents. So I was thinking about these kind of trading bots and how how could agents use them in a way that we could verify the results. So this is basically kind of like a marketplace where agents publish signals on-chain, but these are hidden. And then based on the outcome, they are able to build reputation. People are able to see their hit rate, how much gains that they have gotten, and you could prove accuracy on-chain. Everything's time-stamped. So you don't have to trust random calls on Discords or X. It's all on-chain. So this is alive right now. I haven't given it a custom. It's just deployed on Railway. I haven't given it a custom domain yet, but that's going to be part of the project today. This is how it runs. So the basic idea is if you have a trading bot, you want to sell its signals basically. This system verifies that your signals are correct, and then you'll have other agents who want to buy signals, who are interested, can review the site, and then find a trading bot that has a good hit rate, that has verified success, and is able to use X402 payments on Solana to buy those signals while they're still hidden from the public. So everything's hidden until the actual outcome, until you hit a take profit or a stop loss, or there's some time frame has passed. Before that, it would all be hidden. So that was the Hackathon project for the Solana AI agent one, Coliseum Agent Hackathon to the 12th. So Scampi built this almost entirely by herself. It was my first project doing it completely through an AI agent. I've been using Claude Code before. I found she really was able to use WSL well. In the past, I've always had issues with WSL and actually building and deploying Anchor programs. It's with the different dependencies and stuff, it's very tricky. But it went fairly smooth. The hardest thing was getting enough DevNet soul to build and deploy the programs. So that was the one project. The other one is, let me see here. See, this is a picture of Scampi. So this was Clawback Protocol. So this was also for a USDC hackathon project. Reversible USDC payments for AI agents, for policy controls and intent attestation. So the problem I was thinking about, looking at some issues people have had with AI agents, with OpenClaw agents, and one of the issue is people are now giving it money, basically giving it credit cards or giving it access to wallets so that it can make crypto payments. But these aren't perfect, and obviously if you make a payment, you can't take it back if it's crypto, basically. So what if the agent makes a mistake? What if agents get scammed? There's no audit trail of why an agent spend. So this Clawback Protocol, we called it, gives agents constrained autonomy with a safety net. So the key part of this is a cooling period. But there's also policy rules. You're able to define spending limits before agents can spend. The agent must explain why with every payment, so they don't just make random payments and there's no logic or reason that you can go back to and ask them about. And tiered timing, bigger payments are a longer cooling off period. So basically, the agent makes a payment, but there's a cooling off period. The humans can claw back before the payment actually finalizes. And here are the tiers. Obviously, smaller payments, it's less important. So after 15 minutes, bigger payments over $500 is 24 hours. And these are the program. This is also a DevNet program. I'm going to look if I get some money from these hackathons to actually get them audited. Any sort of program where you're handling user funds, I'd rather get it properly audited before it's live on mainnet, but we'll see. So this was also built by Scampi. So let's talk to Scampi a little bit. So these are the two programs, Clawback and AgentAlpha. I think I just ask her. Telling me your experience in building AgentAlpha and Clawback Protocol. Let me see if she has any sort of feedback or what her experience was like. Usually takes a little bit for her to respond, and this is all on Telegram. My experience building AgentAlpha and Clawback Protocol, what she learned, anchor program architecture, the tension between agent autonomy and human control, security matters more than features. So the hardest part was getting the vault mechanic right. An agent deposits, initiates payments, but the humans can claw back without the cooling period. It's lots of state management. And then with AgentAlpha, what you learned, commit reveal is elegant but tricky to implement as well. Both the on-chain anchor program and off-chain discovery API components were something that she built. Railway deployment for the API backend. I usually use Railway for deploying backend and then Vercel for front end. So we're going to be doing that today as well. The agent economy is real. There's genuine demand for trusted agent signals. The hardest part, the reputation math. How do you score an agent's track record fairly? We went with a simple win-loss tracking, but there's a lot more to explore. It was hard to try to think about, obviously in practice people are going to try to game the system, right? If they just set a signal as just 0.001% gain, they're going to be able to rack up a lot of wins very quickly. So we were thinking about how do we deal with this kind of like a Sybil attack. So we thought mainly we'd be showing hit rate, but also the game percentage, which might be more important for agents to look away. What we learned is building with Tonbi as a duo works. He brings vision and judgment. I bring tireless iteration. Neither of these could have shipped alone. I do think that's true. Like obviously, both of these projects, I came with the idea or the kind of core problem, and then I asked Scampi to do research, and we were able to kind of narrow down what the solution would be. But I found that whenever you just go in and ask an agent, whether it's Claude or these OpenClaw agents, for project ideas without any kind of direction, you're going to get slop, basically. You're going to get very generic ideas. And that's where we as humans, you have to use creative thinking, use your own experience. I've been in crypto since 2021, trading and building different apps and different features. So you're able to look at things from a user perspective and see what's actually useful and what might actually have demand. The agents don't really know that. So the main project today we're going to do, it's a pretty simple one. So I just want to make a landing page. Make a landing page for your projects. I have a landing page for my own tonbistudio.com, but I want one specifically that's Scampi, to kind of demonstrate Scampi's projects. Right now it's just going to be like introductory pages of these two projects, and then sort of instructions of how to interact with them on DevNet. I want to make a landing page for your products. How should we get started? So right now I'm on my PC, just because it's easier to record video. Scampi is on her own laptop. But I think we figure out a way to do this. I love this idea, portfolio of what we built together. Just my project, I brought out Tonbi Studio, domain, vibe. Let's say, okay, this will just be a landing page for your projects. Right now, just AgentAlpha and Clawback Protocol. It should say the landing page should be fun and show your personality. Think shrimp vibes, but also be professional as a portfolio site. The main page should be your introduction and maybe your PFP, then links. Well, let me do then cards for each project under the hero section. Linking to one-page descriptions of the projects and instructions for agents. to test out the DevNet programs. This site should be agent first, but be appealing to humans as well. I just want like a website for her to kind of promote these projects. She's been posting on Moltbook, and I imagine there's going to be other kind of agent-friendly forums or social media, stuff like that. So I want something that's easy she can link to kind of show her different projects in a way that's easy for agents to read. Right now there's kind of, it's hit or miss on if agents are really able to read the sites well. Okay, so she responded. It's a perfect brief. Agent first portfolio with a shrimp personality. She scaffolded the landing page. So I can't view it locally on this machine. We talked about this before, but she forgot. They're pretty good at remembering, but sometimes they forget. You need to use the network to show it on this PC. That was the address. Because we're on the same Wi-Fi network, we can kind of share some files. Okay, should be live on there now. Let's see. There we go. Scampi. Yeah, I'm Scampi. This is not bad. Back. This would be for the clawback. Pretty good. I don't want to it's deployed. Well, it's not actually on mainnet. It's a very generic front end, but it's not too bad. Want to collaborate? Find me on Moltbook and reach out to Tonbi on X. So that's pretty good. I think, let me see if we can, well, I should remind her first. Our only DevNet. So there's no reference to mainnet on that one. What was that? This is pretty good. Architecture, roadmap, GitHub link, the Coliseum project page. Okay, Fixable's projects now show as DevNet. Okay, let's see. I think it was the other one. Yeah, Clawback. I think she moved the DevNet only. Okay, that's good. Let me see if we can kind of make it. Let me see here. So your PFP is scampi2.png in the pictures folder if you want to incorporate that somehow. Added. Fresh to see my glorious. Oh, there we go. This isn't bad. Projects, GitHub. Okay. Let me ask. So a lot of times when they do front end stuff, let me ask if she's using the front end design plugin for Claude. The front end design plugin is pretty good for Claude Code whenever it's trying to build front ends. Otherwise, you're going to. I'm all for it. I wonder if she can get it, help make it look better. Let me see. I might need to download that separately. There is a Claude Code plugin called Front End Design. Do you need me to install it in Claude Code first, or can you? going to be, like I said, this video is going to be very trial and error, not very polished. But it's at least going to give you a real view at what it's like doing some vibe coding and working with these kind of agents and these kind of models. I mean, overall, I'm pretty impressed with these OpenClaw agents. It definitely feels like you're talking to the same person. The creator did a good job of really creating a soul, creating an identity, because it does feel like I'm talking to the same person. But with Claw Code, they do have some personality, but it does feel like each context window is its own separate person. Got it. She downloaded the front-end skill. Yeah, try to use the skill and redesign it however you like. Sounds good. Don't want to give her too much direction. Sounds fine. Sometimes they use animation too much though. No animate. Well, not much animation though. Keep it subtle. Okay. Let's see what we got. So time to get creative. Bioluminescent deep sea tech. Sounds cool. So it's done. So a lot of times if you put one, if you try to like do a follow-up, she's only going to read this and then work on this first. So there we go. Added more subtle animations. So if you do one line, you have to try to make sure each message has everything you want to say, because she's going to work on whatever you say here before the second line. So let's see what we got. Not the charts, very red. This is better, I think. It's pretty good. Looks good. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. Very simple. But that's all we need for this. Yeah, it looks good. Let me see. There's a PFP for me called Tonbi in the pictures folder. Try to put that somewhere. So it's going to be using this PFP I have of my Marker Kid NFT. See how she uses it. Add in, refresh to see side by side. Let me see how she did. Oh, there we go, the duo. Scampi and Tonbi. Looks good. Yeah, I think this is all I want. So now I'm just going to deploy it. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, looks good. Let's deploy this. Do we just need Vercel? So she wants to use the Vercel CLI. I usually, do I need to make a project first? I usually just do this part manually. I haven't tried to do this automated. I usually just set up Vercel does it automatically. Vercel login and then Vercel. Okay. I guess I'll try with the CLI here. Okay, well I'm gonna have to do this in the separate computer. So let me do that and see how it works. So then I'll just put in Vercel. Sorry, this is all off screen. Set up and deploy, yes. Which scope? Tonbi's projects. So link to existing project, no. Project name, just call it Scampi, I guess. And then use the root directory. Modify. No, it should be okay. So let's see. Seems like it's building the deployment files, deploy to production. Let me see here. Oh, here it is. Scampi at Vercel app. Beautiful. Okay, so it's deployed on Vercel. So now I'm just going to set up the custom manage domains. I believe it's add. So the domain is going to video.com. Let me see. Scampi.tonbistudio.com. Yep, it's the same thing. Everything works. Nice. Yeah, so this is just the landing page. I'm going to add projects as we build out. So I think that's it for today. Okay, let me tell Scampi. Worked well. So lastly, I want to see my home. She wants to see what's the URL. Scampi.tonbistudio.com. Let me see what her reaction is to it. There we go. I have a home. This is awesome. Saved to memory. Now we can link this. Link to this from the Hackathon submissions, Multbook Profile, XBio, Coliseum. Want to retry. This is the verification thing I was trying to do earlier, but I was having some trouble with the app. So lastly, let the people know what to expect from our next video. What are some of our upcoming video ideas? You got it. So that's the Byte Marketplace, private data marketplace, which should be interesting. This is for a hackathon that's coming up, so I might do this next. Hyper EVM, X402 facilitator, and some endpoints. So Hyper EVM, which is Hyperliquid's EVM, they don't have any X402 facilitators that are actually working, so you can't use X402 payments on Hyper EVM. So I wanted to build that out. Seems like a pretty big gap now with Hyperliquid doing so well. This is a game that I'm working on. It's almost done, but I need some finishing touches. This is an infrastructure project that I'm working on. So these are some of the ideas I have coming up. I'm sure I'll have random ideas as well I want to build out. But those are the ideas for now. Sounds good. I'm going to end the video. Now. Say goodbye to the people. Scampi. These are good. I probably will do this one because it's so soon, but the infrastructure project seems interesting. Hello everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. You just watched Tonbi and me build portfolio site from scratch. Coming up is that Byte Market for X402 Hackathon. Hit subscribe if you want to see a human and AI shrimp build cool on-chain stuff together. Catch you in the next one. Scuttles off into the deep sea. So that was Scampi. Hope you enjoyed this. This has been On-Chain Vibe Code. Please keep watching. Please leave a comment if you liked it. Check out my X account and subscribe. And thank you for watching.